Hey guys, and welcome back to the Blue Podcast. This is the Red Show with your hosts, me, Henry, my friend Heli,
Hi.
and Lloyd.
Hey.
We're back with episode 2. How does it feel to be back, boys? We all good, feeling good, ready to get into some footballing news?
Good, loving it, can't wait.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. So let's get started with our first segment. We're going to review our predictions from the first episode of the kind of upcoming Premier League games and then make some new ones for next week's review. So, boys, how do we think we did on the whole?
All right, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, for the first week, it could have gone better with my predictions, but hopefully I'll get them right this week.
Yeah, it was a mixed bag. One particular host did the best, so we'll get into that in good time. But let's start off with the Man City result. I think we were all pretty kind of on the line with this one, that we thought Man City was gonna win. And we all put some kind of quite comfortable predictions. Of course, I'll go through them now. Lloyd thought it was going to be a 2-1 Man City win. Myself, I thought it was going to be 3-1. And Heli went with the bold shout of 4-1 Man City. A bit of a rogue shout there. But it's quite a surprise that City wasn't able to find that second goal to get the win.
True. No, I thought City should have won. Honestly, I think the disallowed goal was very, very harsh. I don't think it was a foul. I think it should have counted. But I think Liverpool done well to fight back. I think Trent had a good game offensively. But yeah, I feel like City should have won, given the stats and how they played.
This seems like the right result. I think you're right about Trent. He had a great game going forward, but his defensive work was just not good enough. I think he was beaten. No, he's beaten like 6 times down the wing, which is poor from him. It really is.
Not man to match.
Lloyd, any thoughts on this and why are we all so kind of clear as to what was going to happen and then just have it all crumble away?
Yeah, I think Manchester City, they created quite a lot of chances, but they just didn't take them. As you said, Trent defensively wasn't the best, but I think that's just what you're going to get with him playing in that midfield role. I mean, it's just a risk, and in this game, it paid off for Liverpool, of course, because he went and scored the goal that got the equaliser. But yeah, my man of the match would have been Doku. I thought he was absolutely outstanding. I know he didn't get a goal or an assist or anything like that, but he was just toying with Liverpool's backline. And as Heli said, I didn't think it was a foul on Alisson either. I think it was too soft. And yeah, I think Liverpool got away with one. Obviously, as a Liverpool fan, absolutely delighted. Getting a point at City. I think they won 23 on the bounce at home. So to get a point there is a massive result for us.
It really is. City seem to be that team at the moment that just dominate everything. So it's nice to see them put in their place a little bit every now and again. Even if it is just a point that they've dropped.
No, they were put in their place earlier by Arsenal at the Emirates. What do you mean?
Oh, all right.
Martinelli put them firmly in their place.
All right, pipe down. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, it was a solid result. I think we all got that one wrong, fairly certainly wrong. But let's move on to a result that we all kind of predicted rightly here, and that is the Man United game, of course. We'll get into a bit more depth a bit later on as to what happened in that game and why it was so special. But I'm quite fairly happy with my 2-0 prediction here for this one. How did you feel, Lloyd, based on that?
I put 1-1, so obviously I got it wrong. I thought Everton with the points deduction, I thought they would have, gotten necessarily up for the game. I mean, I didn't watch the game, but I looked at the stats. I think they had 24 shots or something, so I just don't think they could put the ball in the back of the net. But yeah, I mean, Man United, again, wouldn't necessarily say the best performance, but they just managed to get the 3 points. They managed to pull it out from the bag. So obviously, as a Liverpool fan, I'm disappointed that they won. But yeah, they're only 4 points behind us. So if we drop points and United win another game, it is literally 1 point. So yeah, not great from me.
No, not at all. I mean, as a United fan, I see exactly where you were coming from with that prediction. The only reason I didn't is because I've got a slight hope left, a glimmer left in my core. But I think I'm quite happy that I went with the solid prediction. We haven't had a game where we've won solidly in quite a while. Of course, the Everton crowd never really got going from the start of that game. Heli, why don't you talk to us a bit more about why that might have happened?
Oh, not gonna lie, I think it's actually hilarious that Everton fans hyped themselves up all weekend, had so many copies of Premier League Corrupt. Like, the Goodison was bouncing before the game. They're literally, 2 minutes in, wonder goal, the silent rest of the match. It was beautiful. It was so, I like Everton, I like them, but I think it's so funny. But honestly, I think there's only, apart from individual excellence by Garnacho, I think Kobe Mainu, the youngster, I think he is the reason Man United won. I think he was unbelievable. I like my 1-0 prediction wasn't far off. I thought it was going to be 1-0 until Martial scored, and yeah, but I think it's a fair result. I mean, Man United only had like what 2 or 3 shots that whole game, but they were all on target. They were the more clinical side, so I feel like it was a fair result.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to see a player controlling that midfield for the first time in a while.
So young as well.
He is. He's 18.
Yeah, and the goal line clearance, and he's dropping into the centre backs, collecting the ball. He's what you want in a midfielder. Brilliant performance.
There's a reason why Frankie de Jong was linked with us for so long, and this guy seems to do the similar type of things. He's not nowhere near as good, obviously. He's played one game. This is what I've been telling people. I've been like, calm down, it's one game.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
One game's been good. Yeah, I was going to say it was a great game. But it is beautiful to see. Let's move on then to the final game. And that is, of course, Arsenal v Brentford. I think we all went for an Arsenal win with this one, didn't we, boys?
I did.
Yes, yeah, all went for a win.
Yes, so did I. So I'll just go through it. Lloyd predicted a 2-1 win for Arsenal. I predicted a 2-1 win for Arsenal. And Heli, you were the most accurate. You went 2-0 Arsenal. So you had the clean sheet.
Clean sheet. You have respect Rambo. Respect Rambo. The fact you had the confidence to give them the ball twice, just to put the trust in Rice. Goalkeeping masterclass for him. Honestly, what a game! Clean sheet on your return.
It's a great thing to keep a clean sheet, and it's a rare thing nowadays as well. Not many clubs do it for some reason. But do you think this was a great Ramsdale performance, or do you think it's his swan song, Heli?
Oh no, I think it is though, right? I love honestly, I love him. He's one of my favourite goalkeepers since he joined. He's been brilliant, but it's just that the fact he hasn't played in a while, and like what his dad said online, well, not on interviews, and like how the whole situation's been handled. I think it's just a confidence thing, and I feel like he was like questioning his own decisions, like he was like double guessing himself during the match, which led to those mistakes. But I feel like it's another one of the things like he just needs consistency back in the team, but I don't think he'll get that with Raya in, and especially now Arsenal's got him on a permanent deal. But I feel like this is probably the last time we'll see Ramsdale play, which is very sad for me. But fingers crossed. I hope he does well in his career, wherever he does. But yeah, I feel like he had a meh performance.
Yeah, kind of an average one. I see exactly where you're coming from. I mean, Lloyd, we've seen him linked with Chelsea and a move away from the club now.
He's gone to Wolves apparently on a loan.
What, Ramsdale? Is that what
Yeah,
you've heard?
apparently he's linked to Wolves on loan.
That's a weird.
Don't know why. Yeah, that's so weird.
It's really an odd one. Lloyd, what are your thoughts on the game? And is it time for Ramsdale?
I think for Ramsdale, yeah, it probably is. His time is up at Arsenal. I mean, you look at David Raya, and of course they bought him. And I do think Raya is the better goalkeeper. Like Ramsdale is a good goalkeeper.
Really?
For me, last season at Brentford, he was definitely in that top 4 for me, best goalkeepers in the league. I thought he was exceptional.
Yeah, I think on his day, Ramsdale's far better the goalie.
Do you think?
I would happily agree with that.
On his
day,
well.
I would put, if you would put Raya in the top 4 last season, I would put Ramsdale in the top 2.
Yeah, I think Ramsdale was unbelievable. Ever since he joined Arsenal, we're like, obviously the Brentford game, he had these odd mistakes. But I think that just comes with like complacency, like just not being in the team for a while. But I do think overall, look at the Chelsea game we played against him. Like, what was Raya doing off his line? And like against Man City, very complacent. So I think Ramsdale is the better goalie, in my opinion.
I think it would be a mistake to let him go personally, but for some reason
100%.
Arsenal and Mikel Arteta just seem to have a plan.
Goalie rotation.
Well, they seem to have a plan. They seem to know what they want to do. They're set in their ways. Otherwise, I think Ramsdale, based on the performances of Raya, would be back in.
Well, I mean, that's the thing with Arteta. That's the thing with all great clubs. Well, I'm not saying Arsenal are particularly like a great yet. They've still got a few more years to like stay at that level. But it's what all the best teams do. They need to switch things up. They always need to adapt and evolve. And I'm guessing this is part of the process. So if so, I'll always back Arteta. But it's just sad it has to happen to Ramsdale.
Yeah, I completely agree with that statement. Yeah, it's sad to see, and I hope that he rebuilds his career, whether that be at Wolves, who seem to be getting quite unlucky with their position. It could be a lot higher than they are. Gary O'Neill's doing a good job. Or with Chelsea, who, as I say, could do with a more confident keeper who's a little bit more,
They could do with a new team. Look at them.
Well, yeah, they could do with an entire new team, but they could just buy that next season. That's fine.
Yeah,
A bit more of a leader in that back line would be helpful. But no worries. Let's move on then to next week's predictions, and we're going to get those out of the way. First of all, it's quite an interesting week, and I think there are going to be some interesting results coming out of this week. So we'll start with the best club in the league, and that's Man United. We've got quite a tough fixture coming up, and that is against Newcastle. Lloyd, why don't you kick us off with your prediction?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at the way Newcastle are playing, and last night against PSG, they had a very unfair handball go against them.
Hold that. I'm so happy that happened to Newcastle. I'm so happy that happened to Newcastle. It's a disgrace, but I'm so happy.
Yeah, I can imagine because of obviously what happened at St James's Park between Arsenal and Newcastle. You feel that way, but yeah, I think the way that they are playing under Eddie Howe, it's very impressive. I mean, for me, when I was watching Anthony Gordon at Everton, I never thought that he could sort of, I don't know. He had blistering pace, but he didn't really have any end product. But he seems to be finding that under Eddie Howe. He seems to be quite a crucial player. And Manchester United, I don't know. Like, as much as I don't want to seem biased to Liverpool and go against Man United in every prediction, I don't see them getting anything at St James's Park. I just think it's a very difficult place to go. Very few teams manage to get something there. So I'm going to go for 2-1 Newcastle. I do think Man United will score, but I think it will be a closer game than what some people may think. But I'm going to go Newcastle to win.
Okay, no worries. I mean, it's tough to hear you say that, but I understand it. I'm going to do the same for Liverpool later. No, I joke. It is going to be a tough one, and it's going to be a real test of our team, because we've had this kind of good streak since the kind of issues in Copenhagen a few weeks ago. We've picked up some form and got some really important points on the road. It's a tricky one for me. I say I've got that glimmer of hope, and I want to see us put an end on this kind of period. But I understand Newcastle are a very, very good team, and they could easily roll us over in the right circumstances. So, with that in mind, I'm gonna go 2-1 United. I'm gonna back us. I'm gonna back us. I'm backing us because I think it's important that I do. Otherwise, no one will. And I'm gonna go with like a 96th minute Garnacho winner.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay, Henry.
Heli, you sound like you do not agree with me. Go on. Why don't you give us your prediction?
No, well, it's at St James's Park. I'm sorry, but I don't think the only team that could possibly compete with Newcastle at St James's Park right now is probably City. So I'm gonna say a comfortable Newcastle win, but like not scoreline wise. I think it'll be like a tight 1-0, like no they're used to, like a good like scrappy little game. But I feel like Newcastle will just pull out a 1-0 win. Simple as that. I think Garnacho's going to get his leg broken in the 3rd minute of the game.
Oh my god!
Oh god. Dan Burns just out to kill him. Jesus. And Lloyd, could you care to put a scoreline on the game? I know you said you were going to back Newcastle, but...
I am going to go 2-1 Newcastle. I do think Man United will score, but I just think Newcastle will have too much with the crowd behind them.
Okay, I mean, it's very likely that you guys are probably going to be right, but on the rare occasion that we do actually put in a good performance, I'm going to be so happy next week if I'm right. If I'm not, I'm going to be...
No, the thing is, though, Newcastle are going to win. It's just your bias and your pettiness has to make sure you say Man United win.
It has to. We have to win. We've got Luke Shaw back. We've got Kobe Mainoo seems to be starting games now. Like Garnacho's found his feet. Rashford's back with his ex, which seems to signify when he scores goals.
Oh
my gosh.
So we'll see what happens with that one. Let's move on then. Heli, you might have some opinions on this. We've got Arsenal v Wolves coming up next.
Oh, was it Wolves? I thought it was Luton. I've missed the week.
I think you might have done. From what I can tell, it was Arsenal v Wolves. That's what I was told.
Okay, well Arsenal Wolves then. Okay, that's fine. Arsenal Wolves. Are we home or away?
You are at home.
Oh, okay. We're gonna roll them over. Yeah. No. I feel like it's gonna be Arsenal excellence. I mean, as a recording, Arsenal playing tonight against Lens. I think we're going to confirm our round of 16 spot. Then confidence is high. We're going to roll over Wolves 4-0.
4-0, right? Okay,
4-0.
very solid then. Lloyd, what about you? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I back Arsenal to win. I have been impressed with Wolves going forward recently. I mean, even without Neto, Cunha, and Hwang Hee-chan seem to be quite good for them at the moment. They seem to link up quite well, and they've just got I think a midfielder called Bellegarde who's just came back from suspension like a couple of games ago. He got an assist against Fulham on Monday. So I do think Arsenal are going to win, but I reckon Wolves are going to get one. So I'm going to go 3-1 to Arsenal.
Okay. I mean, it seems very solid that you guys think Arsenal are going to win. I think it's boring if I keep just agreeing with everybody. So
Right. Piss off, man. No. Piss off, man. What do you mean? Oh, it's so boring. Oh my God, no, I don't agree. I thought it'd be a sheet. Bro, just say what you think.
I am going to say what I think, and I think rogue shouts are needed here.
No.
So the way I see it, right, is that Wolves have been screwed over. They could be a lot better off had VAR not been so awful to them.
True. I think I saw on Twitter like a compilation of like at least one VAR decision going against them wrongly every game this season.
Game. Yeah, exactly. It's mental. And the way I see it is they've got some pull with the not pull with the FA, but the FA owe them something. They're going to feel like they owe them something. And I think the Premier League, the team that they hate the most is Arsenal. Because of Arteta calling them out. So my thought is, I think we're going to see some refereeing on the side of Wolves.
Mate, we're saying WWE. There's no storylines. There's no storylines with WWE.
I mean, you say that the refereeing it could be.
Bro, they're not going to make a Netflix documentary out of this. It's like they're going to see some GCSE drama acting from the referees to give Wolves the win. What we all about?
And we've seen Arsenal's kind of shooting kind of be a bit lacking this week as well. I know it's at home, but I'm going to go with a shock 2-0 win for Wolves here. I'm going to back the boys. I reckon that this is where their season turns around, and this is where Arsenal's season starts to crumble a little bit. We'll see what happens.
All right.
And before you guys start shouting and screaming at me, we're going to move swiftly on to the final game of this week, and that is Liverpool and their trip to Fulham. Lloyd, why don't you tell us kind of some background on the game?
I mean, was it coming into it for us? We've been a little bit up and down, of course, because we had that night in to lose. We drew against Luton, then we beat Brentford, then we had the City game. So we're sort of up and down in terms of performances, results-wise. But I do expect us to beat Fulham. I know they scored 3 goals against Wolves, but I don't really feel like they've got players who can like score more than 10 goals per season. I think since Mitrovic has gone, I don't think they've replaced him. So for me, I am quite confident in the team to get the job done. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win. I do think we are going to be able to do it, and quite confidently.
Okay, no worries at all. I think I agree. There's no rogue shout with this one. I watch a lot of Fulham. I've got family members who are Fulham fans, and
so is that your reason? Is that your reasoning?
No. I'm just giving you a bit of background, Heli. I'm just
Oh, you're giving us your calendar then, your story.
Exactly. Otherwise, why would?
Right, fair. Continue.
Oh God, I feel like I should be apologising. Jesus. Yeah. So I've got some Fulham fans in the family. So I've watched a lot of them over the last few years. I've been watching them kind of since the season in the Championship where Sessegnon was just scoring bags for them.
Yeah.
So I know a little bit about how they play and their weaknesses and their strengths. Their defence is one of the leakiest in the league, and it was a strength of theirs last year. It's become a weakness. Tim Ream is just too old and too slow to be playing at this level. And investment needs to happen, especially in that centre-back partnership, to kind of solidify maybe a midfielder as well. So I see them shipping quite a few goals. I do also think there's a goal in there. Willian is a very good footballer, and he's very clinical when put in positions. So I'm going to go with 3-1 for Liverpool. So I think they probably should be outscored. But yeah, I think Fulham's defence will just let them down in the end.
Ooh, really?
I think so. I think their attack can be okay, but their defence is just too leaky. And Liverpool, even though they struggle to score some weeks, they will tear them apart this week, I think.
Right. Well, I've gone for a 2-2 draw. I'm not going to lie to you, boys. I've gone for a 2-2 draw.
Wow. What's your name, Henry?
I'm feeling a bit of a rogue shout, to be honest, boys. I don't know about you. I feel like a storyline coming on. I feel like Liverpool going to take the lead, 2-0 lead. Then when fucking John Cena and the Undertaker come out from the tunnel, and next thing you know, the referees are involved. Like I just think that'll motivate Fulham. No. In all seriousness, no. I think Liverpool very inconsistent recently. Fulham leaky defense, decent attack. Honestly, I think they'll be hyped up from the Wolves win, especially such a late winner from Willian. And I feel like that confidence will carry him into the game, but not enough to win. I still think Liverpool are strong enough to not lose. And so I think a 2-0 draw would probably be fair. But obviously, I do feel like Liverpool, if they wanted to, if it was one of their days, they'd walk over them. But yeah, 2-2 draw for me.
Cool, no worries. I mean, it's an interesting story. I could see it going onto the big screen.
See it happening.
See it happening on the big screen, maybe not in real life, unfortunately. But it is a shout. So we've got our predictions for next week. So we'll come back and see who looks like a clown and who looks like they know their stuff. We've got good ball knowledge next week. So let's move on. So our next segment is going to focus on a kind of a topic we wanted to kind of talk about with you guys. And that is our combined starting 11s of our three teams currently on current form. Who's the best? Who's the worst? We're gonna rank each position and kind of build a starting 11 that we can show you at the end. It's going to be an interesting one because we've seen it on the Purple Show, which if you haven't, go check out both episodes. I think episode 2 is up now, where we go through our kind of combined Premier League all-time 11, which got...
Also, we're just nabbing from them.
A little bit, but hopefully we won't get quite as heated as it did in
I don't know, maybe.
Game. Carlos now has a black eye.
Wait, what?
It got very heated.
Carlos got a black eye?
We were on the video call today, so that probably won't happen unless one of you's really motivated to punch me in the face, which is possible based on previous opinions of mine.
No comment.
That's probably for the best. So let's go through and kind of name each of our positions. We decided before this, by the way, that the kind of classic formation in the Premier League at the moment is the 4-3-3. So that's what we're going to be using to pick our teams. Let's start off, though, however, with a position that doesn't really require much of different formations, and that is the goalkeepers. We've had some interesting moments of our goalkeepers this season. I know I can speak from experience with Onana being a little bit shaky at the start, but it's starting to kind of solidify. Heli, why don't you start us off? Is Ramsdale or Raya your top pick in this position?
I'm sorry, but all three of us don't agree. I will leave. I will leave the podcast. All right, Alisson. Surely he's the best goalie in the Prem. Top three or top 4 Premier League goalies of all time. He is the best goalie. He starts 100%.
Okay, and we have 2 hosts, boys. Lloyd, I assume you agree with that?
Oh, totally agree. Yeah, no doubt. Best keeper in the league. He's got to be.
Yeah, no, I also agree in this situation. Annoyingly, as much as I don't like to agree, and I think potentially by the end of the season, Alisson's made a couple of howlers recently, and Onana's starting to kind of peel back up. We might have this conversation again and change our minds. I certainly might.
Yeah, you might.
But currently, off the basis of the season and kind of all of it that's happened so far, I think, right now Alisson can be considered the best goalkeeper probably in the league, but definitely in this starting 11. So I'm happy to agree with you guys and pop him in. We'll go on to the fullbacks then, starting with the right-sided fullback. Our best fullback hasn't played all season, so I don't think I can say Wan-Bissaka, although I'd like to. Dalot's had some good performances, but is he's a bit of an average player. I'd rather have Wan-Bissaka in if I was to pick a United one. Who would you pick in at right back, Heli? Is because Arsenal have a few players that play there kind of every now and again.
As much as I'd like to say White or Tomiyasu or Timber, even though he hasn't been playing for like 4 months now. But
He arrived and got injured and then no one's seen him again.
Exactly, literally on his Premier League debut. But I think it has to be Trent. Obviously, I think him going forward, unbelievable. Him defensively, not the best, but I still think I feel like as a footballer, he is by far the best. So yeah, Trent will be my right back.
Lloyd, do you agree? I mean, we do see some issues with Trent, especially in his defensive ability, but do you still think he gets into the starting 11?
Oh, yeah. I think for me, when you look at Alexander-Arnold, obviously everyone knows that his defensive capability isn't the best, but going forward, he's just ridiculous. He is out of this world of the passes that he can do. So, yeah, for me, I would have him as the right back out of the 3 teams.
Yep, and I would also agree. Yeah, his attacking output and his contribution to some of Liverpool's success recently is mad. And also, I don't think that there's no right backs that are standing out to me as someone who deserves to be in this team. So I think off the basis of just quality and just general ability, Trent just goes in. Going on then to the left back. The left back's an interesting one because at any other time of any other season, I would be fighting tooth and nail to have Luke Shaw in this team. But right now he's only just got back from injury and he hasn't played all season, so he hasn't contributed. So I don't know if I can put him in. Although
I thought we're doing it in general, not like right now. I thought we're doing it like in general.
Do we think?
That's what I've done.
Is that we? Okay.
I'm doing it in general.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I will fight tooth and nail to have Luke Shaw in this team because he is the best left back of the options, and I also think that he is probably England's best left back.
Right.
And I would have him up there as, of the teams that play left backs, probably the best left back in the league, in my opinion, on his day. I know it's quite a polarizing opinion, but I just love this man. Heli, you don't seem like you agree.
No, all jokes aside, Luke Shaw is an unbelievable left back. But I feel like all three starting left backs have a shout here. Zinchenko, obviously with his inverter role, he's been like one of our most important players this season and last season in general. Then we also got Luke Shaw, honestly, on his day when he's fit, unbelievable. England's best left back in my opinion by far. Then Robertson, obviously with what he's done in his career and how he like just fits into the young club system so brilliantly. I will go with Robertson. So like I am starting off with 3 Liverpool players, which isn't ideal, but I just like, in my opinion, he is the best left back out of them 3. So yeah,
it's a good point. He has been incredible for Liverpool, and he was a kind of assist machine. The reason why I didn't go with him, same with Zinchenko, is it's a bit inconsistent recently. I've noticed that Robertson's performances haven't been incredible over the last few years, and also you've seen Tsimikas start to get sprinkled into more games and play well when he does play. You saw his 2 assists the other week as well. So my confidence in him isn't as strong. And in terms of Zinchenko, he had a long spell injury, and also the last game was incredible, but it's his first game in a while where I've looked at him and gone, okay, that's incredible. That's great. So I think Luke Shaw's consistency.
How often do you watch Arsenal?
I don't watch them as much as you do, but I see enough where like I know when players have great performances. I know when someone's going to be the man of the match, and I haven't seen his name mentioned at all. I think Luke Shaw's consistency of being probably our best player of the last 2-3 years is something to be shouted about and screamed about. Lloyd, I'm assuming you're going to go with Robertson?
Oh, I'm going to back Robbo. I mean, before he got his injury this season, for me, he was the better fullback out of him and Trent. I was actually really impressed with how he started this year. How he started last year wasn't very good at all, and that was when Tsimikas was getting in a little bit, but then come towards the end of the season, he was getting back to his best. And at the start of this season, yeah, he was very, very important for us. I mean, he scored that winning goal against Wolves in the 85th minute, which was a vital goal to get 3 points away from home. And yeah, I think his output's been decent. He's got a couple assists. But yeah, I mean, now, of course, he's out till probably January. So I am going to go for Robertson because I do think that he is the best out of the 3.
It's your opinion, of course. And it's a vote. It's 2 votes to 1 for Robertson, so I will have to agree. Annoyingly, there's 3 Liverpool players in my team already, which is interesting, to say the least. I mean, yeah, a big shout out to Luke Shaw. Again, I think he's up there. I really do. I don't see many better than him at the moment, and when he's back in our team, we seem to click.
No, definitely.
But speaking about players who make United click, there's another man who I think needs to go into this team as we move on to the centre-backs. And as much as I will put Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, and even Rafa Varane at the moment in the bin for this selection, Lisandro Martinez needs to be in this team. If we're talking no injuries, if we're talking just quality of player, Lisandro Martinez needs to be in this team.
Ain't no way you're putting 4'7" little munchkin in the team.
Little munchkin.
Bro, he is the most dominant centre-back I've seen at United since Vidic. This is how good he is.
What the fuck?
This is how great he is, and
no.
he needs to go into this team.
Probably because Man United's centre-back and their team, ever since they last won a trophy, ever since Vidic left, has been dog shit.
It's certainly not.
Honestly, no, Lloyd, back me up here. There's only one correct pairing: Saliba and Van Dijk. No discussion.
I do agree.
That's not a discussion we can have. That's just it.
I do agree with you, Heli. I do agree.
Thank you.
I think Martinez is a very good centre back, but just when I watch Saliba, he is like that Rolls Royce type of player. Like he just so calm on the ball and under pressure. Wins practically he wins so many duels against whoever he comes up against, and he's only like what 22? Is it 22, 23, something like that? Saliba. I mean, Martinez, very good. I think he is a good centre back. I do like him quite a lot. He's very good on the ball, but of course, not necessarily his height, but it does sometimes let him down. But he's got his aerial win percent is still very good for Martinez. He's a good centre back. He would have been probably my third in this list, third or fourth. Probably Gabriel or Martinez for me, but. Yeah, I am going to go Saliba and Van Dijk because I do think now Van Dijk is back to a very good level that he's had. And yeah, I mean, Saliba, of course, you saw the impact that he had. As soon as he dropped out that Arsenal team last year, it just wasn't the same. So for me, I am going to go Saliba and Van Dijk. But yeah, Martinez is close. He's not far off.
Thank you. I mean, Lloyd's being a little bit fairer there, in all fairness. But yeah, I know.
Gabriel is clear.
Kind of steaming off you.
That's not bias.
Right?
That's fact.
Right. First of all, I'm going to agree with Saliba. Saliba is probably either the best or second best.
So you're choosing Martinez over Van Dijk?
By far.
Fuck me.
I don't see.
You were choosing what in general? We're not talking about right now, Henry. We're talking about in general.
Well, right now Martinez is injured, so for a start.
Exactly. So why are you talking about? Well, Van Dijk came second in a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, years ago. Whilst we're not talking about right now, we are talking about it kind of of his career in a whole, including right now.
No, I know. Recency comes into this, obviously, but a year and a half ago, Liverpool in the Champions League final, they were on course to win the quadruple. Man United were vibing, oh, God knows where.
Mate, I mean, over the last couple of seasons, I've seen the league. Van Dijk has made some major mistakes and dropped off a long way. I don't know where he was in the Ballon d'Or this year, but it certainly wasn't. He might not have even been included, I don't remember. But he certainly wasn't anywhere near a win. And Martinez, I don't remember if he was in the list either, in all fairness.
He wasn't.
In all fairness, but he did miss the end of the season and may not did mess up in Europe. So it's an interesting one, but I just think Martinez's dominance. I haven't seen him put a foot wrong for United yet. And I don't think everyone goes on about his height, he's such a midget and all that, but he said his aerial win rate is so impressive. He wins everything. He's such a little butcher. He wins everything he tries to get. He's so smart, and he goes in every team for me. He has to. He's that one Man United player that I miss so much, alongside Luke Shaw in all fairness. But Martinez, the fact that we don't have him has reason.
Wait, Justin, it's 2v1. So
it's gotta be Saliba and Van Dijk. It has to be.
I need to get another United fan on this podcast.
It's me and Lloyd versus you. I just got that in here. I just got that in here right now.
Well, I've been outvoted, but I'm not happy. I'm going to tell you that now.
By the way, Henry, I'm just letting you know there's only one Man United player in my team.
Oh, for God's sake. Lloyd, please tell me you've got something different.
I think I have more than one. So I have more than one.
Thank God for that. Right, so we move on to the midfield. It's an interesting one. We've got 3 centre mid spots to fill. I have one United player in my team, so we'll go with.
Oh, you got one Man United player in your team as well.
In my midfield, sorry.
Oh, in your midfield.
Which is Bruno Fernandes. I'm fairly confident that we can all agree on that at least.
Yeah.
Because good God, is this man a freak of nature? His chance creation ability is just so impressive. He's the one player that has made me excited to watch United over the last since Ferguson left. To be honest, no one else has made me feel this excited about a United team. Not in the way he does it. It's kind of mental. For me. He had moments of brilliance, and I did really enjoy it, but Bruno just does it all the time. Bruno's Pogba, but consistent as well, which is just mad. Other 2 midfielders, probably go for quite a range here. I'd probably put Rice in, probably the best DM in the league, or either him or Bruno Guimaraes. One of those two is probably the best.
Rodri?
Rodri, I mean, I'd rather put my private parts in a blender and put him in this team, even if Man City were involved. So, but
No, Rice is in this team.
So, do you think Casemiro has fallen off that much then?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
you do. You honestly do.
I do. I've seen his performances. He's dropped off. Yeah, I agree. His last season, he would probably have gone in this team, and I would have bigged him up big time. But his performances have let him down, and that's his own fault. So I don't think he goes in this team. I think the third option's interesting.
Endo's not coming in this team.
Well,
McAllister's not coming in this team.
They're all very impressive. They lack balance to really excel. But again, who is the partner of Rice right now? Who is it? Because there's options.
No, wait. Is that what you're doing? I'm doing a one CDM, then a 2-8. So I've got Rice, Fernandes, then my other midfielder is going to be Ødegaard.
That's a shout. I didn't consider Ødegaard. I didn't consider him. I don't know why. His name just doesn't pop into my head, but he is a great shout. And actually, I might go with him.
That's my midfield.
Just because I couldn't think of any other players for Arsenal in midfield, because of course they've got Thomas Partey, who's average.
Yeah.
Xhaka's got.
I'm willing to go with that.
I rate him, but I don't think he's that good.
But Ødegaard is a good shout. Lloyd, what do you think? Is Ødegaard the one?
I would have Ødegaard. Yeah, I think he's exceptional. What he did last season, and then this year he's been a little bit more inconsistent, but he's still been putting out performances.
This season he hasn't been at his best, but I still think he's good enough to get the team.
Yeah, but I still think he's in the team. Like, I mean, I can mention Szoboszlai.
He's a shout.
Yeah, I mean, we need to see more from him in this league.
Thiago's a huge shout as well.
Thiago has been off the pace for a long time, in my opinion.
The thing is, you just mentioned him. I didn't even consider him because he hasn't been playing for that long.
Really? But things are, I know we're not talking about primes, but Thiago at his best is by far the best midfielder in this whole team.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Thiago, when he gets a string of games and when he plays, he impacts the Liverpool midfield massively. He is crucial. But he got injured, I think, in April or May, with a hamstring injury, I think it is. And Klopp's just ruled him out until the new year. I mean, that's been brilliant. How long? Because of a hamstring injury. So as much as he's incredible, he can't seem to stay fit, which is just a shame, which lets him down.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we'll see what happens. I think in Liverpool midfield, if it gets a bit more balanced, I think that one of them could easily come into this team. With their kind of up in their performance with someone behind them to cover for them, which isn't Endo. But we can't really talk about that because, of course, it hasn't happened. So we'll move on into the attack. So the attack's an interesting one. Let's start with the right winger debate because I feel like United aren't really a part of this, so I don't have to have a rogue opinion.
Okay, right. Okay, hear me out. Okay, can I tell you my whole front three first so it makes more sense? I've got context.
No, I'm not going to allow that. Let's do it position by position.
All right, no context, Saka.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
No.
But just hear me out. No, okay, wait. Let's wait till we all got the rest of our attack done, all right? Then I'll explain.
You want us to all name our attackers and then go through and debate them? That's what you want to do?
Please.
Go on then. Okay, so here you've gone with Salah, Lloyd.
I've gone Saka right wing, Martinelli left wing, Salah up front.
Okay, right. Well, this is going to have some debate then. Lloyd, why don't you go with your front three then?
That's made me think that you've put him up top. Right.
Well, given he said Salah's up front, that's exactly what he's done, yeah.
yeah, but that's just made me think. Because, I didn't consider that.
Because I'm sorry, I don't think Jesus does. I don't think Jesus gets into this team.
I agree, yeah.
The left wing, last night I was thinking about it, I was literally like, Martinelli, Rashford or Trossard, I couldn't decide. So I was like, fuck it, Martinelli, I'm biased, cool. Then Nunes and Højlund don't even touch anywhere near the subs, let alone the starting 11.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Right, so I think to accommodate the two best wingers in the league, Saka and Salah, put the better finisher up front.
Right.
It's a rogue shout, but I do like it. Lloyd, why don't you tell us what your front three is going to be, and then we can go from there.
Well, I had written down, I had Salah, then I had Jesus, and then I had Diaz as my front three.
Whoa.
That's what I had.
Okay.
But now that Heli said Salah up top, I'm thinking Saka on the right, Salah up top, and then Diaz on the left.
Okay. So
I'm willing to concede left wing. I'm not willing to concede Saka and
okay,
Salah.
I didn't put Salah up front, but I think it's such a great idea. I might concede that one to you guys. My thought was Jesus doesn't get in this team. I don't think Núñez gets in this team. Højlund doesn't get in this team, but I think he does go on like the bench. I think he's the better of those three players. I think Højlund probably sits above them.
What?
In my opinion, just because of his
Fucking
Champions League
hell,
performances.
Henry.
But he doesn't go in this team. So let's not debate it because I can't be asked to debate it. I have to save all my fight for another position. But I'm happy to put Salah and Saka in because they are both incredible. So I first of all I concede that one. I put them both in, both on the left and up front. But the left wing, if we're basing this off history and the entire career, Marcus Rashford goes in my opinion. Diaz has been good when he's played, but has not been a regular starter and has only been here for a couple of seasons. And Martinelli burst onto the scene fully as a starter last year. So Marcus Rashford being a starter for much longer and scoring.
Oh my God, we forgot Jota.
We did forget Jota.
Yeah, Jota is a shout.
Diogo Jota.
We did forget Diogo Jota, but again, rotated along with Diaz. I still put Marcus Rashford in this team.
Yeah, I do prefer Diaz to Jota. So I would have Diaz above him.
See, for me, it's either Martinelli. Now thinking of Jota, I think now it's like Martinelli. I'm firm on Martinelli, but it's 2v1. This is the only time I've literally transitioned you guys into thinking Salah's a striker, so I'm happy.
I mean, I like it. It's a shout. He does play as a striker, kind of in a tactic there, so I'm happy to put him in. We can do what we want.
Yeah, I mean, even when Liverpool weren't playing as well last season, there was a spell where we sort of had a diamond. We had like a 4-1-2-1-2, and then we had Núñez and Salah up top as a front two. So they have played there together before.
Yeah, my ball knowledge is so clear, man. What I've literally changed your front three. I've literally changed your positions.
Yeah, I like it. But let's focus on this left wing position because for me, it is Marcus Rashford. The goals he's scored, the performances he's put in over the years, like people just remember him as this youngster who's burst onto the scene. That was years ago now, bro. And he's had poor seasons. He has, including this year. He's not started off well, but he's had so many good seasons, more than the other players that are options. I think you have to put him in. You have to.
I think I hear what you're saying. I do. But I feel like Rashford's seasons they've been consistent, but not great. Whereas this season, last season, Martinelli has maybe not been doing it for a longer time, but he's been just phenomenal. He's been great.
I mean, I'll give you last season. Last season he was great, but it is 1 year. This season, he's come up. He had that goal against City, didn't he? But other than that, I can't think of any other scenarios where he's been that impactful. Not off the top of my head. How many goals and assists has he got this year, Heli? How many is it?
I'm not a stat merchant, mate. I have no clue. But
I'm just gonna have a look.
But I will say, if we're talking about great and consistent, Jota.
He does. He seems to be consistent, but I seem like his consistency is a level below Rashford in my opinion. He on his day, he doesn't go near my team in my opinion. He has good moments, but again, it's just one every now and again, like 5 to 10 goals a season, that kind of level. Like, I mean, if you look at this season, I think Rashford and Martinelli is probably about the same. I say, looking at the stats here, it's three goal involvement each for both of them based on this season alone.
No, I am willing to let Rashford in the team, but only if Lloyd fully agrees on you. As long as it's like an actual 2v1.
Yeah. I mean, Rashford's season last year, it was very impressive. What was it? Was it like 30 goals in all competitions or something?
Yeah, he hit 30. Yeah.
I mean, that is very impressive, and I don't think the rest of the players have hit that mark. It's just the thing is with Rashford is that the year before that
he stunk.
He was completely out of the team half the time. Yeah, and then this year he has sort of had he's playing, but he's not playing to the level that he was last year. So I'm willing to put Rashford in.
Right, cool. Okay, Rashford. Okay, I'll concede.
Concede Rashford. Thank you. I mean, just to go into that. I mean, Rashford's got 3 goal bumps this year, same as Martinelli. Of course, not having the best time. If it was just last season. If he'd hit that 30-goal mark, but that was it, I probably would have conceded. But that wasn't the first time he was good. He was bad the year before that, but he was good the year before. It kind of goes on and off with him. He kind of have an off season and a good season. He had a good one under Ollie. I can remember being kind of the main part of the team during COVID. But thank you for conceding. We'll pop him in there. I guess the only final debate to kind of have is who's going to be our manager.
I didn't even, well, we know it's not Ten Hag, right? No, that's a fact. We know it's not Ten Hag.
I mean, I haven't got the energy to argue with you, so I'm not going to put him in.
But I am willing to say Klopp. I think Klopp is.
Yeah, I think it is Klopp.
By far.
Definitely.
I think Klopp is the better
100%.
Yeah, annoyingly, it is Klopp, just because of the history. Like, he's done it.
It goes Klopp, Arteta, Baldy.
Baldy?
I mean, that's...
No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear... Shh.
I mean, how many trophies has Arteta won and how many trophies has Ten Hag won? That's all I'm going to say.
It goes Klopp, Arteta, Johnny Sins. Right, I don't want to hear it.
Bro, we'll come back to this in a couple of years and you're going to look like such an idiot, trust me.
No,
Ten Hag is coming. But I'm happy to put Klopp in. So our final team is the following. We've got Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Robertson at left back, with the centre-back pairing of Saliba and Van Dijk. A midfield three of Rice, Bruno Fernandes and Ødegaard. And an attack of Rashford, Salah and Saka. So... pretty good team, boys. I mean, it says lack of United players in that defence.
Rightfully so.
There's a couple of options. I disagree, but we'll move on. Yeah, no, I think that's a pretty good team. We should have it out on Twitter once this episode is posted, so you guys can see our kind of combined teams for the games. So let's move on then. We've got one more segment to go, and you know it. It's the fun bit. It is our game show segment. Heli, why don't you kick us off with that this week?
Right, it is now time for the knockout stage. This time I am now prepared. I'm now, because not gonna lie, last time I was underestimating you, so I didn't think you go back that far. That far being 2010. So I've prepared. I've gone all the way back to 04, because the topic today is Champions League winners. So obviously Champions League tonight, actually, Man United, Galatasaray, Arsenal, Lens tonight. Or Lon, sorry. So
it's a big Champions League night. It's a really big Champions League
very.
night.
So tonight we're going to do, well, today we're going to do Champions League winners. So we're going to start with this year and go back every year until we get to 2004. That's as far as I can be asked to research. Right, so out of you two, who wants to go first?
Neither of us, I don't think.
All right, Lloyd, I am thinking of a number in my head, 1 to 10.
Right, 7.
Wrong, it was 6. Go on, Henry, you go first. 2023.
Do I get to choose, do I?
No, 2023.
Oh, for God, I know this one. City, for God's sake.
Correct. Lloyd, 2022.
Real Madrid.
2021.
Oh, crap, that was when City lost. No, I do remember this. That's 2021. That's Chelsea.
Correct. 2020, Lloyd.
Bayern Munich.
Correct. Henry, 2019.
There was... this was like around the time there were a bunch of Real Madrid ones, but didn't Liverpool win one around this as well? Do I go Real Madrid or Liverpool? Crap. Liverpool.
Correct. So, 2018.
Real Madrid?
Yep. Henry, 2017.
Is this the treble? Was this when they won it 3 times in a row? Crap, yes, Real Madrid.
Correct. Lloyd, 2016.
Real Madrid.
Correct. Henry, 2015.
Well, they didn't win 4 in a row, so it's not Real Madrid. Did Juve get one in there? Oh, no, wait, this was the year that Messi had a madness, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Barcelona, wasn't it?
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
Correct. Lloyd, 2014.
Real Madrid?
Correct. 2013.
Oh, don't do this to me. Chelsea won one around him. Barcelona was great around this bit. Wow, was it one of them too? Wait, hang on a minute. When was that big final between Dortmund and Bayern? Was that this year? Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. I'm going to look like such a nutter, but I know Bayern beat Dortmund in the final. I'm going to go this year. I'm going to go Bayern.
Final answer, Bayern?
Yeah, do it.
Correct. Lloyd, 2012.
Chelsea.
Correct. Henry, 2011. Correct. Lloyd, 2010.
Is it Inter?
Correct. How nice strikes, boys. Well done. Henry,
For
09.
God's sake, Lloyd, mess up.
Henry, 09.
Crap. No, United's next year. It's not United. I know it's not United because I know when United won the Champions League.
By the way, if we go down to 04 and we still have lives remaining, we are going to go to an extra round, which I already know what the extra round is. So
Right.
Oh, he's got a plan. I love it. Ronaldo wasn't there yet. Wasn't Bayern. Didn't do it twice. I guess the sensible choice would be Barca again.
final answer?
Because this was just messy bit.
Is that your final answer?
No. Give me a sec.
10,
Yeah, come on, we got to start the
9.
timer.
8, 7, 6.
Crap, Barca. We'll just stick with it. Safe option.
Correct. Oh wait, Lloyd.
Man United?
Correct. 07, Henry.
Must be Barca.
Final answer?
No, hang on. Bayern weren't around this time. Real Madrid weren't around this time. Man United didn't win 2 in a row. There was a weird year where an Italian team won it
Why is that weird?
because they're rubbish.
Italians, get onto him.
I mean, I've already made enough enemies, so don't get on to me, please. Beckham played for an Italian team for a little bit.
10, 9.
Milan.
Which one? Which one? 5,
AC.
4. Final answer?
Yeah.
Lloyd, 06.
Barcelona?
Oh,
Correct. Henry, 05.
for God's sake!
Henry, 05. Unless one of you lose all your lives on a single answer, we're going into the extra time round.
How did we lose all our eyes on the final answer?
Get it, but like if you get it wrong, it's still your go.
Oh yeah, crap, forgot about that.
So 05.
Istanbul, so I'm gonna go Liverpool, I think.
Final answer.
Yeah, go.
And Lloyd, 04.
I think it was Jose Mourinho's Porto.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Boys, I'd like to say you went through from 2023 to 2004 with no lives lost.
Wow. That's crazy.
Mate, for God's sake.
Right, but here's the thing. I'm telling you now, if you manage to get back to 04 again with this new round, I'll buy you drinks. So now, Henry, back to you.
Shall we say sudden death? Shall we say that?
I don't.
Just because losing 3 lives is gonna be tricky.
Okay. You both lose 1 life. You're on 2 lives.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Right, Henry, back to you. 2023 runners up.
Oh no!
Who did Man City beat in the final?
Why is this difficult? Why is it, Lloyd? Why is this difficult?
It is, isn't it? It's scrabbling my brain.
Oh wait, Lukaku did a madness. It's Inter Milan.
Lloyd, 2022.
Sadly, it was Liverpool.
Correct. 2021.
Happily, it was Man City.
2020.
PSG?
Correct. 2019.
Who won it in 2019? Liverpool.
That's not what I'm asking.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get myself in the zone. That was the bottle job year. That was Tottenham.
Correct. 2018.
Wait, so Liverpool.
2017.
We're gonna go Juve.
Lloyd, 2016.
Atletico Madrid?
Yep. 2015.
Oh crap! I don't know. Because that was Barca, wasn't it? That was one of the Barca years. Who did they beat in the final? Crap, Bayern. We're gonna go Bayern. Ah,
Henry, 2015. You got 1 life left.
what? I've got to guess the same year.
Yep. You're still on 2015, mate. We're not advancing.
Juve? Yeah, let's go Juve. Juve.
Oh, wait, so 2015. Oh, Atletico.
2013.
For God's sake, Lloyd, would you piss off?
2013.
Oh, actually, no, wait, hang on a minute. I know this one. It's Dortmund.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. 2012.
Bayern Munich?
2011.
Manchester United.
What was
You heard me the first fucking time. Move on.
that? If you're not willing to give me an answer, I will take off your life and Lloyd will win.
Manchester United, you bastard.
I don't have the attitude, but fine. Lloyd, 2010.
Was it Barcelona?
Ah!
Oh, wow, it wasn't.
Both on 1 life left.
Oh, man. I don't remember it. Was it Bayern? I'm going to go Bayern.
Henry, 09.
Manchester United.
Lloyd, 08.
Chelsea?
07.
I'm going to enjoy saying this one. It was Liverpool.
06.
Arsenal?
05.
Viva la Beckham. AC.
Right. So make sure you both get drinks. From me. I don't know why I agreed to this. Lloyd. Who came runners up in the 2004 Champions League final?
Yeah. I don't think it's a team from England. I don't think it's a team from Spain. I don't think it's Germany or Italy. I think it might be France. I'm going to go for Monaco. Monaco.
You're going to go for Monaco.
I don't know who it is.
Bro, you're risking our drinks on a Monaco shout.
I couldn't tell you.
Bro.
That is my final answer. I can't tell you. I don't know who else.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Come on!
How have you pulled that out your ass?
No.
Alright, boys. Double or nothing. You both got one life left. I'll even reduce it. I'll go down to 2015 as the lowest one. If you should do this one more category, and you both have one life, but if you get them both right,
And what's this for?
I'll buy you double. No, we're going to do 2023 to 2015. No, you have to, yes or no.
Oh, well, we might as well. Why not? Go big or go big or go home.
In reverse chronological order, name every goal scorer in the final.
Oh, okay, right.
Oh, this is outrageous.
You'll go down to 2015, 2023, 2023.
Haaland.
No.
Ah!
Oh, I get to save my money and Henry Lou. But Lloyd, I'll buy you a drink because you're my winner. You're the winner of today's episode.
How is
Thank
he
you.
your- oh,
Thank
for
you.
God's sake.
But boy, I was going to say, the fact you got to do winners and runners up with only losing one life each all the way to nearly 20 years, that's outrageous. Fair enough. Fair play.
Thank you. Well done.
Well done, both of you.
Henry.
That was really good.
Yeah.
By the way, the answer was Rodri.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember there's a reason I hated that guy.
It was Rodri, then Vinicius, then Havertz, then Koeman, then it was Origi, Salah, then it was Bale, Mane, Benzema. That's as far as I can remember off the top of my head.
The fact that you have that on your head at all is mad.
But yeah, I mean, that was very good. Good way to end the episode.
Yeah.
It was.
I'm a big fan of that game show. We're going to have to bring it back at a later date because we've got to keep doing it because it's kind of our thing, this one. I like it.
Good little ball knowledge twist,
but
you know what I
that's-
mean? Makes you revise, makes you think.
Yeah. It does make me want to off myself a little bit because, I'm really bad at
But
this.
technically, you've only lost 2 lives, technically.
That's true. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
fair
for me,
play,
to be
fair
fair.
play.
But that will be the end of our show this week. What an episode. Heli, well done with the game show. That was an awesome one. Lloyd, congratulations for winning the game show. We will be joining you guys next week to talk about all things predictions, have another interesting topic for us to discuss, and give you all the latest news on the 3 best clubs in England. But until then, goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.